quitting is like, I'm telling you, it's an epidemic right now, right? Everybody, we're starting stuff, we're quitting, we're jumping out too quick, right? That's the first thing we got to recognize. Is I used this yesterday on IML TV. I was talking about how, Albert Einstein has a quote, and I love this quote. He says, it's not that I'm smarter than everybody else. I just choose to stay in the problem longer than everybody else. He's like, when everybody else is jumping ship, when everybody else is like, man, no, this is too hard. This is not what I expected. What's going on? He's like, yup, you go ahead and jump ship. I'm just going to stay in this puzzle. I'm just going to figure out what's going on. I'm just going to actually dig in and understand this problem so it will no longer become a problem for me. It's now I'm going to create a solution for it. See, if you're looking for solutions, if you create solutions, then you can't have problems at the same time. That one thing can't be a problem for you if you're creating solutions. Y'all feel me? So what he had to start doing was focusing on, all right, I know my quit zone. And he's like, my stamina is on point. So I gotta make sure I'm staying in, right? So here's the thing I need you to understand. Like, life already today, life knows your quit zone. Life knows that, they got about 3 good rounds in them. They got about, you got about 3 good rounds in you, and then life is like, yep, I can easily get them to quit. Only thing I need to do is wait 3 months and they're gonna automatically quit. Life is like, you got 3 good months in you. If you ever fight, if you look at like Mayweather fights, if you don't beat Mayweather in the first 3 rounds, you won't beat him. If you don't beat Mayweather in the first 3 rounds, you won't beat him. Why? Because his stamina, the way he trains, the way he set up his mindset is to go 12 rounds. He knows that people are not training for 12 rounds of boxing. They're training to try to knock you out in the first 3 to 4 rounds. He knows that people are like, I will go 12 rounds. So they know that, I got to beat him within the first 3 rounds. They know that. And the only thing Mayweather's saying, I gotta get them past the first 3 rounds. After that, it's over. And so life is saying the same thing to you. Because you haven't set up your stamina to withstand the journey that you want. And that's what we have to do. We quitting because we ain't even setting up our stamina. Your mindset is not where it needs to be in order for it to be successful on this journey. What's your mindset looking like? And the life is like, they got about 3 good months. They got 3 rounds in them. I'm about to take them out. I ain't even worried. Life is like, I ain't even going to tempt you anymore because I know you're going to self-sabotage. You got 3 solid rounds in you. But I would challenge you to challenge life like, what? 3 rounds? That's how I feel. Like, I got 100 rounds. You know that song? Like, I got 100 rounds. I'm from New York. Like, I got 100 rounds in me. If you don't bang me out in the first 3 days, in the first 3 months, I ain't losing. I'm just going to stay in the problem. So let me get to my points right here. Like, so the reason why people quit is because you create monsters in your basement. You know how, and don't lie, be real. You know how when you were a kid, all right, and some of you all may still do this as an adult. I've had my share, all right. When you were a kid, let's say the lights went out or whatever, or whoever decided to put the light switch at the bottom of the basement, like, shame on you. So when you were in that basement, right? And all the lights are on. There's no monster. There's no nothing in the basement. You're like, okay, everything's cool. Why is it that as soon as you turn out the light, boom, you're like, oh my God, somebody's going to grab me. And you race up them stairs. Tell me you don't ever feel like, man, somebody's about to grab my feet from under me. Somebody's about tell me you've never had that feeling. And somebody said, I still do it. All right, Travis, I see you. Somebody said, I still do it, right? So what happened to you that you now got to a point where there was just nothing there when the lights were on? And then all of a sudden, when the lights turn out, what did you manifest in your head? You created a monster. So therefore, you can't stay in the darkness anymore because now you're hurrying up trying to get out of the darkness because what you created in your mindset, you created failure, you created hurt, you created pain, you saw somebody snatching you, you saw somebody taking something from you. That's the same thing you do in your journey. That's why people quit. They like, yo, this darkness is too much. Somebody's going to grab me. Something is going to happen. I'm going to fail. I'm going to lose money. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose my car. I'm going to lose my image. I'm going to do all of these things. So you quickly jump out. You hopping up the stairs again. And I'm telling you, in that darkness that you're running from, that's where your dream is made. That's a part of the journey right there. The darkness that you're running away from is actually a part of your journey. And if you run from that each time, then guess what? You never get to the point where you turn back on the lights. I remember I used to hate, like, yo, when the lights went out at the house, when it was raining or storming or whatever, and then my pop was like, yo, go turn the breaker back on. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta find a breaker. So now I'm going downstairs. There's two things I can do. I can go downstairs in that darkness and I can get fearful and I can jump out. Or I can go downstairs in the darkness and I can figure it out. I'm gonna stub my toe. I'm gonna run into a pole. I'm gonna do all type of things, but I'm gonna stay in that darkness because I know that at some point I gotta touch the light. I gotta turn this back on. It's going to happen. I'm gonna reach the breaker. And what happens, the reason why we quit is because we get down into that darkness. We start that entrepreneur journey. And we get excited about that journey. We get excited about it from the beginning. That's because the lights are still on. You can still see everything. But when you start touching the things that you can't see, when you're like, man, I ain't know I was going to be broke. I ain't know I was going to feel rejection. When you start feeling the things that you cannot see, that's when you're like, oh my goodness, let me get up out of here. And you quit. You quit because you're afraid of the dark. Why are you afraid of the dark? Because in the dark, you manifested something that wasn't even there. You manifested and told yourself that you couldn't overcome this when actually you were made for this journey. You were bred for this journey, for this moment right here, and you running from it. And you're like, yo, why can't I excel? Why am I not getting further? What's going on? Well, you keep stopping your journey. You keep letting the dark. There will be darkness inside of your journey. And every time you hit the darkness, you're like, nope, let me get out of here. That's what you're saying. Nope. And I'm telling you, I don't care what journey you take. You can jump to another business. You can jump to another idea. You're going to feel that same high. You're going to have the lights on. And I guarantee you somewhere in that journey, there will be darkness. If you choose to jump out again, you're going to find yourself in a cycle. You're starting over and over and over and over. The only way you move forward to the next level is you got to conquer the darkness first. Oh, we working out here. We working. You got to conquer the darkness. If you don't conquer that, you ain't getting nothing. So what I don't want to do, I don't want to leave you with allowing fear to make decisions for you anymore. I don't want fear to make any more decisions for you. We got to conquer the darkness. We got to understand how we get off this level and get to that next level. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do that, right? So my wife and I, we had to get to the point where we truly understood our purpose. We knew our superpowers. We knew what we needed in order to get off of this level. We knew what we needed in order to conquer the darkness. And I want to give you those things as well. So I want to invite you to my 5-part video series called The Success Revolution, where I'm going to show you the 5 things that have to be in place before you can ever break the boundaries that you need to break, before you can ever break the barriers, before you can actually start to monetize and create momentum in your life or your business. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. You get instant access to the videos. You can watch them at your leisure, whatever you need to do. But I want you to get access now. We got to get you to the next level. We got to get you off this level. We got to get you to conquer the darkness. And that's the only way it's going to happen. I'm going to show you exactly what you need. All right. So click on the link. All right. You're going to get instant access. Click on the link in the description or in the comment section and let's get this work. Let's get it. Ugh.